Good morning. It's 6 o'clock in the morning, out in the middle of nowhere, and it looks to me like the wheat is ready to harvest. At least as far as I can see. So I've been busy getting things prepared. I bought some equipment. The harvester is a Case 9230, my favorite, mainly because it's got the longest spout of any of them out there. I've got a 90-foot header, which I think somebody just took a 45-footer and stretched it out in Giants editor and called it good. So now the problem with having such a wide header, which is actually necessary to have in a field this large, is that the spout doesn't stick out past the end of it. Unfortunately, the modder has turned off collision at the very end of the header, as you can see here. And I've also added a cell point, since the map doesn't have one, so I used a placeable cell point right here. And that'll give us a place to sell it. And this is a Maurice's storage silo that I'll be using probably to store barley, as we still have plans to build a brewery for Mom so she can serve us beer. Let's just see, what else is new? Well, I set up a little encampment behind Mom's diner, so I got a place to sleep. This right here. Kind of primitive, but it's got everything I need. Including an octagonal wheeled barbecue. Well, that thing bounces around a lot when you tow it. I got just about everything I need here. Some wash basins. I don't know what that stuff is. I don't know what that is either. Somebody put that there when I wasn't looking. Okay. We'll take a look at the map. We can see it is completely planted with wheat. It is fertilized. And it's ready to harvest. And we'll harvest that gas station that doesn't exist out there as well. Yeah, better save it just in case. While you're here, we'll save it. Okay, now we need to set up this harvesting operation because we're ready to harvest. I've set the money back to 0. Well, actually, gave myself $10 for some coffee.
Willkommen in Mom's Diner.
Morning, Mom. Thanks for the coffee. We're off to work. All right, let's take the harvester down to the end of the field to get her set up. We've got a couple of courseplay courses to set up too. We can put that away. That is a big header. back to the 45-footer. But I think that this will serve us just fine. I've increased the grain hopper in this harvester to 2 million liters, so we don't have to make as many trips out there. And then once she gets to the other side of the field, that overloader is just going to be running its brains out. So I figure 2 million should be enough. Give the overloader a chance to get back to the sell point, and then back out to the unload more off the harvester. We'll see how that works out. Off she goes. Pull everything. We don't want to dump nothing on the field. Oh. Disable straw swath. Swath. Now I knew I was going to forget that. Okay. I guess the sower will get rid of that next time around. So next, to set up our transportation. The overloader will fill up, and we will haul it down here to the sell point once she gets her full. Going to ride her down here until we get to where we need to be. There we go. So I have chosen the Wilson 50-foot triaxle trailer. And here is one of my favorites. Primary mover. Complete with, well, that's right-hand drive. This is an Aussie rig, and I've hired an Aussie to drive it because they know the best how to drive Aussie rigs. The trailer holds 5 million liters. And we end up looking down at the seat when we enter the cab. I don't know why. I guess maybe we're mooning. And we have 2 steering wheels. It's always handy. It'd be only an Aussie rig would have 2 steering wheels. But we don't do a lot of driving from the inside, so we don't really care. So we need to get this down there. So we can create a course play course down by the sheds down there. That's down to the sell point. We can start making some money. Look, we're already $78, $9 in the hole. one thing I didn't do, I didn't add any of these to my veggies. So this one will be after the case. Well, actually the overloader goes after the case. Alrighty. This would be a good spot. You can pull right up alongside, empty your load. Select grain transport. And we'll create the course. Could have put that cell point right next door, but then I would have took the fun out of it. Time I've used this Wilson trailer, I just downloaded this mod. Looks like it's going to work out okay. We'll find out. Good. That one's going to work. Supposed to stop behind that. Yeah, we'll find out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Fine to me. Let's give it a name. Well, we'll call it Field 1 to South. Alrighty. set up a course for the overloader. It's a little overloader. I prefer this type of overloader as compared to a tractor pulling one. She's nimble and fast, and she'll hold a couple of million liters. It's a man overloader. Anything like man overboard? Probably. Alright, I'm going to set her up to where she doesn't get in anybody's way, if at all possible. In order to get her to automatically recognize the harvester, I got to start her out in a field. So we're going to do that. Start her out and end her off of a field, then you have to manually choose the harvester. So this gives her a point to when she comes back out of the field with a full load, she'll look for this waypoint right here. I think this will work just fine. Select the overloader mode. Set a weight point. Now she'll go out here. Stop her here. This is where she'll wait for the harvester to fill up and then go looking for her when does. And we'll call this overload field 1. It being field 1 because there's only one field. So now she's ready to go. Alrighty. I got everything set up. We got the truck ready to haul. When she fills up with about 5 million liters, she'll haul it down to the sell point. When the harvester fills up, all right, we have I just remembered, we got a few other things to set up in here. All right, so we have to set the side offset, which would be to the left. And from experience, I know that this is about 11.5 meters. Vertical offset, don't worry about that. Now, I think probably I'm going to leave these two like they are. At first, this is when the harvester is 50% full, she'll go after it. And if she doesn't get a full load, she will drive on it 90%, but most of the time she'll get a full load. This field is so big, that shouldn't be a problem. Okay, and then we set the speed limit. That's not the speed limit. This is the speed limit. So I think I'll set this to a pretty fast 35. I might have to slow that down a little bit, because she'll come roaring up to the harvester, and sometimes if the brakes don't work good enough, she'll slide a little on past it, which means you gotta go fix her. But it's not a big deal. Okay, I think that's all we need to do there. We don't need to see any of that. Now, start her up. I think it's nighttime. I'm waiting until fill level is reached, which would be, in this case, 1 million liters. And now we'll start the course for the truck. I like that trailer. Perfect for this map. Long. Got a belly dump. I don't know how well that's going to work. Well, we'll be testing all of this out here shortly, just as soon as she gets around the filling up the grain tank. And we won't be needing her for a while. We will have to plant some barley later for Mom's brewery. And the JCB's just waiting for something to do. Okay, she's at about a 500,000, got a ways to go. So the overloader will just keep going back and forth once the harvester fills up until it fills up the truck. And then the truck will haul it to the sell point, and then we'll make our first money. And we'll be there for that. So don't go away. I'll be back.